When the Philadelphia Flyers won the Stanley Cup for the first time in 1974, they won more than the hearts of Delaware Valley sports fans. They won the imagination of its youngsters. Youngsters who would trade in their cleats for skates and learn stick handling instead of stick ball. A youth hockey movement was born. Today, youth hockey in the Delaware Valley is more popular than ever. And the major force behind this popularity is Hockey Central, a non-profit youth hockey organization sponsored by the Philadelphia Flyers. This presentation is about how you can give youth hockey a shot by getting involved with the Flyers and Hockey Central.
Timmy's wanted to be into ice hockey all his life. He's played street hockey all the time. We never had an opportunity to get him out, and Hockey Central's given us that opportunity.
Hockey Central is behind Delaware Valley Youth Hockey. Now let's take a look at who's behind Hockey Central. It's people like Flyers President Ed Snider.
Flyers got involved in youth hockey because we love the sport, and we believe that it's a great sport for youngsters.
People like Spectrum President Aaron Siegel.
Hockey Central is an organization that we put together a number of years ago, whose primary purpose at that time was to help youth hockey.
It's people like Hockey Central President Andy Abramson.
To me, Hockey Central is the backbone of the youth hockey community in the Delaware Valley.
Hockey Central is people like Flyer General Manager Bob Clark.
I think it's a terrific sport for young kids. It can be very skillful, it can be aggressive. It's got so much to offer, I think.
Hockey Central is people like Flyer alumnus Joe Watson, former coach Fred Shiro, current players like Peter Zezel. It's local business leaders and members of the community. It's dozens of coaches and instructors who donate their time to teach youth hockey at all levels. It's sponsors like Pepsi-Cola and Medford Meats, who provide financial support to bring youth hockey to new areas. And it's the thousands of kids who, with the help of their parents, attend our clinics, play in our instructional leagues, and compete in our tournaments. Hockey Central, people who care about kids and who want to see them involved in something constructive, challenging, and fun. That's who Hockey Central is. Now let's see what Hockey Central does. Getting the autograph of a Flyer like Peter Zezel is a thrill for any young hockey player. But sharing the ice with a Flyer player is a dream come true. This is the Old York Road ice skating rink in Elkins Park, Pennsylvania, one of the many sites of the Flyers and Hockey Central's Learn to Play hockey clinics. Here, youngsters from ages 5 to 13 learn the fundamentals of the game from current Flyer players, and as well from members of the Flyers alumni and the Hockey Central instructional staff.
Learn to Play clinics are one of the most important aspects of the Hockey Central program. The Learn to Play clinic program will put Hockey Central and the Flyers into more than a dozen rinks annually, which equates to over 2,000 youngsters who will come out and learn how to play hockey in a controlled educational environment.
The clinics conducted by the Flyers over the past few years have brought, many new skaters into us. Like tonight, if you look at tonight, we have about 130 skaters signed up. Over half of them are brand new skaters. Probably the biggest thing that the Flyers bring out is their name. When the people hear about a Flyers clinic, they show up in droves. And the kids can relate to them, or at least get started by them into our hockey programs, where they'll be picked up by the coaches in the other youth hockey groups.
One, I think the kids look up to the pro players, and I think that gives the kids really something to emulate. And it's good quality instruction from people who played the game as pros, and the kids just really enjoy it.
We're having a lot of fun. I just like this sport, and I think it's fun.
I think it's a fun sport.
It's very fun. It's a fun sport, and I like challenges. It's a lot of fun.
And how long have you played hockey now?
6 years.
6 years? And how old are you?
5.
Besides teaching kids the fundamentals of the game, Hockey Central teaches coaches.
Our coaching clinic program, run by Hockey Central, is is a long-running program, probably the longest-running program in Hockey Central's 10-and-a-half-year existence.
The coaching clinic began with the help of former Flyer coach Fred Shiro. It continues today under current Flyers coach Mike Keenan with assistant coaches E.J. McGuire and Paul Holmgren in conjunction with the Amateur Hockey Association of the United States.
When Mike Keenan talks about the power play, you know you're hearing from an expert. When E.J. McGuire shows coaches the newest techniques in penalty killing, you're learning from somebody who knows his business. You're learning from the pros.
Hockey Central not only gives kids and their coaches the chance to learn from the pros, but also a chance to play where the pros play, at the Spectrum.
The Mites and Ice program is an opportunity for local youngsters at the beginner level, mites being ages 8, 9, 10 years old, to come down and play before 17,000 plus fans at the Spectrum. It's a thrill for them. And from a hockey standpoint, it's a big drawing card.
He was thrilled just to be skating where the Flyers were and to have that opportunity. He just couldn't say enough about it.
The Flyers and Hockey Central also make the Spectrum Ice available to local high school and junior hockey teams on afternoons prior to Flyer home games. For the players, it's the excitement of playing at the home of the Flyers. For the leagues, it's the way of lowering their operating costs because the Spectrum and the Flyers make ice time available free of charge.
Every kid involved in hockey wants to play at the Spectrum, and the Flyers give them the opportunity to play there. When you're involved in ice hockey, you look up to the big Flyers or the other National Hockey League teams, and a kid dreams of the day he's going to play there. The Flyers make that dream come true.
What the Stanley Cup is to professional hockey, the Flyers Cup is to high school hockey.
Flyers Cup started in 1979-80, and Hockey Central and the Philadelphia Flyers put it together with the help of the Pepsi-Cola bottlers of the Delaware Valley. The Flyers Cup has been described as the ultimate experience in high school hockey. It's been called the Stanley Cup of the Delaware Valley. And the kids will tell you that winning the Flyers Cup surpasses winning their league title and even surpasses winning the state title.
The Flyers Cup, youth hockey at the Spectrum, coaching clinics, learn to play clinics. These are some of the things that Hockey Central has done and will continue to do. But now something new and exciting is on the horizon.
Hockey Central is refocusing at this point. It still produces statistics. It still puts on clinics for coaches and players. It does a lot of different things, but today we're adding a major new push, and that push is get kids playing. How are we doing this? Well, we're going out to the community, we're going out to companies and interested parties and saying, ice hockey is an important element of the sports world. Let's give all kids a chance to play. So if you will help and you will contribute, we can put a lot of skaters on ice, and it would be very rewarding for you.
Obviously, the Flyers will continue to be very supportive of Hockey Central from a financial perspective. But in order for Hockey Central to increase its activity in the community, we're going to have to expand the involvement, financial involvement. We are looking to various corporations within the Delaware Valley who recognize the good work being done by Hockey Central and by providing them with sponsorship opportunities. Sponsorship in terms of their placing their hard dollars into youth activities that will bear their name. And then using these hard dollars to actually fund the youth activity.
It's this corporate sponsorship that has helped Hockey Central organize its instructional hockey leagues.
Our instructional hockey leagues wouldn't be possible without the help of corporations from the Delaware Valley area and municipal governments. These sponsored programs provide youngsters under the age of 10 with an opportunity to learn how to play hockey on a regular basis, to become part of a team. We provide them, with the help of the sponsor, with jerseys, skates, all the hockey equipment, and the most important part of it, ice time and quality instruction.
Well, we have boys out here that normally wouldn't be here because of the cost factor. They're being introduced to hockey, and it's not really costing them anything other than the time that it takes their parents to get them here.
The last thing we want is for hockey to become a sport that you have to be fairly wealthy to play. I don't think the game was ever meant to be that way. It was meant for everybody.
Medford Meats is one of the first corporate sponsors of Hockey Central's instructional leagues. They sponsor a team called the Medford Hot Dogs.
We're very excited to be associated with the Wilmington Medford Youth Hockey League and also with the Flyers. We think it gives us an excellent opportunity to be involved in the community and in particular with the youth of the community. The Medford Hot Dogs playing at the Spectrum gave us excellent publicity. It was very exciting to see these young children who just several months ago didn't know anything about skating or hockey put on such a fine exhibit for 17,000 people at the Spectrum.
It's rewarding to see this kind of response from the private sector, Medford Meats, and see how well the dollars are being used in terms of the kids enjoying themselves and actual learning.
It wouldn't be possible to have a program like this without Medford's sponsorship. Those resources don't exist without a corporate sponsor, and it's just absolutely terrific for them to do this.
Another member of Hockey Central's corporate sponsor family is Harrah's Marina Hotel Casino, sponsor of the Junior Flyers.
We need in youth hockey corporation sponsorship. Without corporation sponsorship, it's almost impossible because of the cost of the ice, the cost of the equipment, the traveling, that individual families or children or boys or girls pay their way. So with corporate sponsorship, like Harrah's that we have with the Junior Flyers, we cut that cost in half. Harrah's is very, very pleased, not only with the exposure that they're getting with us playing in the 5-state area, but they are very, very happy to help boys in the community.
Helping the community is also a sentiment shared by Pepsi-Cola, sponsors of the Flyers Cup.
Number one, we provide some kind of community support, some kind of community involvement, and sort of a payback to the community for all that they've done for us as a corporation. The other thing is it provides an outlet for the youth all across the Philadelphia community to do something that they enjoy, and that is play hockey. I would highly encourage other organizations or other corporations to become involved in something like this. The feedback and the positive results, not only from the kids that play, but from the parents who are involved, is wonderful to see. So I would highly encourage it.
This has been our shot at getting you involved with the Flyers, Hockey Central, and youth hockey. Now give it your best shot. Because as a Hockey Central corporate sponsor, you can't help but come out a winner.